There we are. This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available live on DAZN. Mr. Lennox Lewis,
yes,
a pleasure. Firstly, I was going to say welcome to Riyadh, but I think you've been here a few days now. Yes. Enjoying yourself?
Enjoying myself. It's a great place. This is where the fight's happening, and I can feel the excitement in the air.
Just firsthand, just soaking it all in. We'll go into everything and what Undisputed means. Almost 25 years on now.
Right.
But just soaking all the fight week buzz in. Does it feel as big as it sort of feels to be to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. You got two undefeated fighters actually going head to head, and there's a lot of factors involved in each fighter. If you look at Usyk, his country's going through war right now, and he's got friends on the front line, and he's got the whole country behind him, and that's like power. He's got power behind him. And then you got Tyson Fury. He hasn't lost either, and his aim is to be undisputed, and he hasn't lost. So, I think this is going to be a great fight. It's not going to be an easy fight for any one of them.
Just firsthand, when you won Undisputed in November 1999, did you think, and I suppose it wouldn't have been soon after, but I don't know, in like the early 2000s and that, did you think it would take this long for it to be contested again?
No, I didn't think it ever would take this long. I was watching the years go by, though. I was counting off the years. I was like, on my website is a clock ticking off how long that I've actually, been undisputed. So, you never know who was going to step into that forefront, who was going to win the Undisputed. But seeing everybody try and be undisputed and realize how difficult it is just to get the two best fighters in the ring, very difficult.
Is it almost not that your achievement needs any more stature, but it does show just how impressive Undisputed in the heavyweight division is? That really is the pinnacle, right?
Yeah, it is the pinnacle. I mean, when I first came in, I wanted to be heavyweight champion of the world, and I actually succeeded. And then, people were saying, oh, well, there's a couple other heavyweights out there that are heavyweight champions. I'm like, oh, man. Then when you try and fight them, they don't want to fight you straight away. The manager doesn't want to fight you because that's their golden child type of thing. That's their money source. And it's difficult to get a fight together. But I'm glad that I was able to box Evander Holyfield. I'm glad I was able to box Mike Tyson, because it would have been one of those things where people would have been arguing about it all the time. Now they can't argue about it.
Let's talk a little bit about the fight itself. Oleksandr Usyk, a tremendous fighter. Obviously undisputed in the cruiserweight division, won the World Boxing Super Series, moves up to heavyweight, fights Derek Chisora in what people say is actually his hardest fight to date. The 2 wins over Anthony Joshua. Went in as a huge underdog the first time round, upset at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. He finds himself now in this position. But Tyson Fury, a man who's come off the brink of being 30 stone, suicidal, to come back to the position he's in now. How do you assess this fight going into Saturday night?
I assess it that it's not going to be an easy fight for any one of the boxers. Both are winners. Sorry about that. Let's take that off. Both are winners. And I think that going in there for the first couple rounds, there's going to be like a chess match, Nobody's going to really make any moves. By the middle rounds, I think everybody's going to feel the pressure of like, who's winning? Am I winning? I got to make sure I'm winning. And then, we're going to see from there.
In a weird way, does it almost feel like it may be one for the purists in terms of actually stylistically? You've got Oleksandr Usyk, this moving, southpaw, tricky, evasive. Tyson has also shown that he's a master boxer. Since implementing Sugar Hill into his camp, become a bit more of a puncher. We know he's coming in lighter for this fight, which would suggest he's going to try and box a little more. Maybe the first couple rounds tricky, they feel each other out.
Yeah, like I said, first couple rounds they're going to be feeling each other out because they got completely different styles. So the first couple rounds they're going to be getting used to their styles. Tyson's going to be jigging and swaying and moving his head, and Usyk's going to be moving around the ring. I don't know what size the ring is. I think it's a pretty big ring, so he's got a lot of room. like I said, it's one of those fights you can't really put your finger on what's going to happen at first, but you know it's going to be a good fight. You know that both of these guys really want to win. You know that they want to be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So they're going to pull out every stop they can.
Funny you mention that, because all fight week and all in the build-up, Tyson Fury has always dismissed Undisputed. However, when you speak to the people around him and everyone in the sport, like we said earlier, it is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Behind all of that, if he is crowned Undisputed on Saturday night, it will mean a lot to him, won't it?
Absolutely. He can never say it's not going to mean a lot to him. It means a lot to every fighter out there. Everybody that steps in the ring wants to get to that pinnacle. They want to be number one. They want to win the belts. They want to have that crown. So it's right in front of them.
For the winner, Tyson told me that he'll go down as the greatest heavyweight of all time. Now, a lot of people have said, look, you've got to beat everyone. I suppose Anthony Joshua's in there as well. You've got to have the rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. A lot of people see yourself as the greatest heavyweight of all time, Muhammad Ali, etc. What does he have to do to claim that status?
He's got to be a god to claim that, to be able to travel back in the future and box Muhammad Ali, travel back in the future and box me. He's the greatest. He may be the greatest of this era. I'm the greatest of the last era. Muhammad Ali's the greatest of his era. We're greatest of our eras.
It's annoying, really, that we can't go back in time and just pull a prime Lennox Lewis out and put you in the ring with Tyson Fury. How would a fight like that go?
I believe I'm stronger than him. I think it would go like the Bruno fight. You know, when I look back at the Frank Bruno fight and me and him, we were trying to knock each other out. And there was a couple punches that missed me, and there's a couple punches that missed Frank. And then there was that one punch that hit him right on the button, and that was it.
Yesterday's face-off, Tyson Fury, laser straight down the camera, didn't look at Oleksandr Usyk once. Oleksandr Usyk got very close, sort of squaring up to him.
Yeah.
What did you make of all of that? Can you take much out of that?
Yeah, that Tyson Fury is locked in now. You know, he's saying to himself, okay, you know, I'm focused now. I'm not playing any games.
It's not a nerves thing.
No, he's had too many fights for it to be a nerve thing.
Okay.
You know, he's been in this position a whole bunch of times, and he's never shy. So I don't think he suffers from nerves.
Okay, Lennox, just on sort of the heavyweight division as a whole, Anthony Joshua will be here ringside on Saturday night. We know that there is a two-way rematch clause. However, if Tyson Fury wins, we know that His Excellency is someone who gets very excited, and there is a chance potentially that we could see that. How does AJ face against the winner? And what do you think of AJ under Ben Davison? I know that them and the team, they really want the Usyk trilogy.
Yeah.
But obviously wins over the opponents he's had compared to these. It is different. How do you assess that?
I don't know how to answer a question because you asked me like 3 questions in one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
How does AJ face against the winner then?
Okay, so if the winner is, you know, Usyk, you know, has he got that recipe for Usyk? Does he have the math problem? Can he solve the Usyk problem? This is gonna be the question. He's got a new trainer now, Ben Davis, and I know he's definitely knows what to do, in the sense that, you know, he has to get Anthony's head right in the game, and but will he have the answer for Usyk? Will he have the answer for Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury goes out and beats Usyk? So we're gonna have to see.
Regardless of winner, we hope one day we see Fury and AJ in the ring, right? Just for the British fans.
Let me tell you, that's going to be a British fight. I think that fight should happen. I think it'll be the biggest fight in Britain, and I think the whole Europe will love to see that fight.
Well, Lennox, thank you very much for your time this morning. An absolute privilege and an honour. We look forward to seeing Undisputed crowned again, unless, of course, there is a draw tomorrow night. Just finally, from me, obviously, you can see the fight on DAZN.com. Buy the pay-per-view. I believe you're donning the live broadcast tomorrow night. So let's make sure we're tuned in for a bit of live Lennox Lewis action. Thank you very much for your time,
Make sure
sir.
you're there.
Thank you.
Thank you.